the foremost poets, Johnny Dangerous. I've been making music since about 1985. My first record was in 1990 on a label called New Groove, subsidiary SBK London. And from that time to now, just been spitting them out. My style of music, it varies because it depends on the project. When I first started, I started in hip hop, doing loops, doing drum patterns, beats, and but the stuff that I got famous with was the underground house sound. I was one of the first to start the deep underground movement. Over the years, I began to do more things, like I would do spoken word more, I would do backgrounds more, then eventually I would do lead vocals more. And so that would carry me into doing different things like techno or R&B or soulful house or even commercial house or even R&B, if it fits or if my voice fits. And that's one of my secrets. I just stay in this safe zone. I try not to sing anything I can't do. Johnny Dangerous was a joke. It was supposed to be. It was as a metaphor of Johnny Whack. Nobody told me. It was just a joke that the kids played on me, and I just kept the name and redefined it. And I would just put out records that reflected the name, whether it was War with the Devil or Beat That Bitch with a Bat or something like that, anything that reflected that name. And that's the only time I really use it, when I'm talking about something maybe a little bit of overboard or out of the box. But the foremost poet's name is the name that gives me the reins to do almost anything. Johnny Dangerous, I'd had it in the early days. I can say that I was called that even when it was corny. I say that because very few people have that story. They called you Johnny Dangerous. How long did they call you? And if they can't say that, then they can't say it. But there's a bunch of Johnny Dangerouses out there, but there's only one foremost poet.
I beat that bitch with a bat.
My most popular record is Beat That Bitch with a Bat. That's everybody knows Problem Number 13. That's like that goes back. It's a classic now, and you can Google it or YouTube it and see it still being played in remixes and stuff.
I beat that bitch with a bat. I beat that bitch with a bat.
Well, of course, the gay market goes a lot further than I do. I mean, you have to take it even before the disco era. Problem Number 13 is the original name of the song, Beat That Bitch with a Bat. It was a play on words. It was a political metaphor. And they didn't take it that way. They took it as a Vogue anthem. And as a Vogue anthem, it just became something else. I never went in the clubs either. I was too young or I just wasn't interested. But I didn't find out just the phenomenon until I started to see videos of competitions, you know. And Baltimore, of course, you know, Beat That Bitch has so much to do with the Baltimore sound in terms of how they would chop and cut and beat. You know, it was just one of those things that caught the wave or caught its own wave at a really great time and great period.
Rise above the storm as we.
Louis Vega and Johnny Dangerous is one of those collaborations that nobody really thought could happen because those are two different egos working together. My remixes from King Street Records, Mr. V, Oscar P, I'm draw a blank, so many names. Collaborations with Kerry Chandler, collaborations with Robert Babbix, collaborations with Charisma, multiple collaborations. The only thing that I don't have that maybe one or two or a few other Johnny Dangerouses have is a campaign. They have a machine. They have Maverick, or they have Atlantic, or they have Universal, or they have. But I think that I stand out not only because of that, but because I don't have it, and they know who I am. I think that's a big deal, to know who a guy is.
Looking at you, walking down the street.